Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. We are playing Kent State today in Miami Dynasty. Now, last episode, we beat Eastern Michigan. It wasn't our greatest game, but we did have a standout performance from our running back, Trevor Sanders. And, I mean, he's a dog, man. He's a dog. He's a freshman. So we're going to have him for quite a bit longer. I'm hoping we can get Eddie Escobar a little more included. But if we don't, and we keep winning, I don't care. Now, as always, to start this episode, let's get to recruiting. So we do have 120 hours. Swaim has already came on a visit. We're looking like we might be pulling away with him, actually. I don't know how that's happening, but we are. Stahl, nobody. Again, we don't really need to worry about him too much. But we can send the house off of him, and we could put a hard sell on him. His hard sell is not something that we're very good at, but it is what it is. And he's going to have to accept that. And after going back, I realized that we can do the same thing with Swaim, too. We can turn it into a hard sell, get some hours back. And honestly, this is a good start. We're getting 20 hours right off the bat, and this is affecting them in a more positive manner than just the sending the house. Yaboa, we are putting hard sell on. As you can see as well, he is pretty much locked up. There's really no need to worry about him. Now, one pleasant surprise is Ben Whitted is starting to it looks like he's kind of leaning towards us a little more than Florida State. And I do think that we can put a hard sell on him right now, as we are able to guess his hard sell, and we have 2 A+ in that hard sell. I think we have a very good shot at bringing him home. Geisinger, we don't have to worry about. He's doing great. Hemphil, we have made it to first place on his list, passing West Virginia. And there's no need to worry about any of his stuff right now. Amador, we don't have his hard sell quite yet. We're sending quite a bit at him, and we are beating out Ohio State at this current moment, even though it's going to be tough to. And then, unfortunately, it does look like Georgia is putting a lot on Keelan Bynum. This hurts. This really hurts. If you don't remember, he is our 99 wide receiver that we're going after. I need him. If we can't get him, I'm going to be so disappointed you have no clue. Great news on Alani T, though. We're going to call him T. Louisville has stopped pursuing him. They took back their offer, so we're the only one in the battle for him, which is awesome. Now, with our hours left, we are going to put Amador on a visit. I think that's that's a great place to start. We can use brand exposure on this one. And then Hemphil, we can't bring on a visit yet. Geisinger, we don't need to. And then everybody else is either on a visit or we can't bring them on a visit. Or finally, like Yaboa and Stahl, we don't need to bring them on a visit. I don't want to waste those hours. Now, unfortunately, the position we are going to be scouting is wide receiver. I'm kind of accepting that we've lost Keelan Bynum. And we start out with a bust, so this is just great. The next guy we're going to look at here is Tyler Gentry. And he's got 94 speed. He's a 4-star. I think we're going to go after him. And we also have Miguel King next week. I'm hoping that we can win this game against Kent State very convincingly. We can get some commits, and then we can put some on other guys that we need, because we do need to look at left tackle and also defensive tackle. Now, before we get into our game, I do want to look at where we are at in the rankings. As it does not seem like we're getting any votes now to be in the... I take it back. We're 21st in the AP. There's a chance we're able to bounce back from this. The coaches poll, I thought we weren't getting votes at all. We're 22nd in. So I do think that we have a very solid chance to bounce back. But with our 2 MAC losses, that's going to make it really tough to make it to the MAC championship and further kind of solidify ourselves as a contender. We've got to pray for some chaos, and we also have to pray for some wins. We have to get some wins. And that's what we're going to do against Kent State, who is a 72 overall, 75 offense, 71 defense. We have to dominate this game. As here we go. We're coming out of the tunnel, dude, at Dick's Stadium. What a stadium name. All right, I'm not a Kent State fan, obviously. But their jerseys are pretty sick. They have some pretty sick jerseys. They're not filling up the stands, obviously, you can see. And then the stadium name, Dick's Stadium. Dude. Might as well sign over to Kent State. I'm liking what I'm seeing. As Sanders is going to return, I probably should take him out of the returning role so he can focus on playing running back, but that's okay. As we're playing our first away game in a long time, we have to make sure that we are playing well. As Sanders almost found a hole, I thought he could hold the block a little longer. I think I could have been gone. I'm going to let Escobar throw it here on 1st and 10. If there's nothing open, that's fine. But we are going to hit Briggs for the first down as they brought on a tough blitz. Running into RPO here. I just want to play conservatively, play smart, as Brunson does get 5 on this play. Jordan Brunson's been a dog. You know, he's an unsung hero. He has been great. And, you know, I hate that in his senior year he's a backup. But I do think we have a guy deep. Please, get it. Perry, down to the 1-yard line. Escobar actually made a good deep throw. And here we go. I feel bad. Escobar is not going to get this touchdown. But we are doing the halfback direct snap. And who's stopping Sanders? Who's stopping Sanders? I think we might have figured this all out. We scored quick. We went along with the game plan I kind of wanted to. Focus on the run. That'll open up the pass. Obviously, this is not the greatest team in the country. But we're handling business so far. And hopefully it stays that way. 1st and 10. A stop here would be amazing. If we can get it right out of the gates. Hondru played that really well. And, you know, out of the gates, 11-yard run, 12-yard run is not great. Believe it or not, you know, it just isn't. Now, I'm believing, yep, it's a fake. And I left my zone. But that wasn't even my zone. That was DeLuca's. What a throw, man. 1st and 10, they're rushing to the line for some reason. I have no clue why. We're going to run a cover 2, see if that works at all. It's Spurlock is, oh, this is not good. Why is DeLuca on the line? I have to bring DeLuca out. I have to bring him out. And that screwed us over because there's nobody over there. But, dude, why was DeLuca on the line and Spurlock at linebacker? The halfback is tired. He was bent over, dogged, and we get the tackle behind the line. I don't know why they ran it to him when he's obviously tired. 3rd and 6. Stop here would be humongous. We're going to hop on Hondru here. And nobody is over there. That was Yarborough's zone. Trying to punch it out, and we can't. 1st and 10, we're bringing on a blitz. I'm hoping we can get back there quick, and we can't really. We do get a hit stick, though. This running back has got to be tired. 2nd and 7. Got to keep playing smart. We know it's a run, and we're back there with Hondru. What a play, man. Dude, we're playing good. And we are bringing on a blitz. This is a crazy blitz, and we're going to get back there and make this sack. Was that Yarborough? Yarborough combines on the sack. Wow, man. If we could get a block, that'd be amazing, but I don't want to risk getting a penalty. So I'm going to hop on. We can't get the block. A 7-3 ball game is not bad, though. We can make it 14-3 here. They're kicking it away. Sanders is going to fair catch it. I don't want to get him tired on these returns. Because the first play, we're giving it to him, and we're letting him cook. And he's definitely cooking. If I could have got that outside, I had a touchdown. But we couldn't. As we were going back to him in the pass game, though. And he just got mobbed. But he's still going to have a first down and more. The spin, I should have learned from last game not to hurdle, but we still do it anyways. All right, I think we have figured out our issues with this team. I'm feeling confident now, especially with play calling. Although we only get one there. I'm feeling confident. I think we're back on track. It was just one bad game. Unfortunately, it was against our rivals, and that could end our season. But we're figuring it out now. And unfortunately, we did come into it knowing this is a rebuild season. Just unfortunate that it is. And we're still 7-2. Here we go. 3rd down to start this quarter. If we can get this first down, that would be amazing, and we can. Who else? Sanders is going to be... Dude, we have to keep him. We have to keep him. Now, I will say, the top 4 teams in the MAC all play each other this week. Sanders breaks the tackle. Beautiful. But Western Michigan plays Ohio, and then Ball State and Central Michigan play each other. So this does set us up well. If all goes well, we could find ourselves back in the MAC championship. And a win for us as well is much needed. Tracy with the touchdown. And here we go. Kicking it back off to him. Dude, we're playing well all of a sudden. That is a bomb of a kick. My goodness. Hiroshima, Nagasaki, and Zaiban's kick. You know, all bombs that affected the world in different ways. Not quite. But 2nd and 6 now. We got to lock in. If we could get a stop, go up 21-3 at halftime, I will feel confident in how the rest of the season could possibly play out. And that was just terribly covered. They're hurrying up, but they're audibling way too much. I don't get what's going on here. They're more of in a rush than we are. And hopefully we can force an interception. I promise, I am not, you know, I'm not talking to EA devs right now. Is obviously you can see now is we had a wide open touchdown. If he could throw the ball accurately, I think I could have made that throw. We're definitely going to have a true freshman starting at quarterback next year. So there's that. Now, Sanders says, I'll do it myself. And he picks up. Dude, I love him. This is my favorite recruit that we've had. He's been absolutely amazing. Dunlop was also a recruit, I believe. So we'll see how he is. And he's got some room now. Dunlop is kind of shifty on that juke, too. I take it back. It said Danny Dunlop is a senior. I don't know when he came in, but, you know, I'm sorry that your senior season you're not playing because Trevor Sanders is a dog. It would be stupid to do anything other than run the football at this point. Eddie, I'm sorry, you are turning into J.J. McCarthy because you've got Trevor Sanders or Barry Sanders in the backfield. I couldn't tell you. The late season Heisman run is just incredible. He's my Heisman. He is my Heisman. All right, 1st and 10. I mean, if we could get another interception, that'd be amazing. And a sack is just as good with a fumble. Washington is going to not be taken down. Touchdown. You know, 21-3 would have been great. 28-3 is even better. I promise we are not talking to EA devs right now. It's just all skill. It is all skill as they're going to take a knee and hopefully give us the ball right back. Now, who will say, this definitely looks good for the college football playoffs. Maybe we make it as an at-large team. If we can win our next 3 games like this, I think there's a chance. Now, if we win our next 3, we could possibly make the MAC championship. The chances aren't great, but I know we could win that if we made it there. And we might get the ball back and be able to make this 35-3 at half. 3rd and 10, we got to get the stop. Hopefully we can, like I said, make this 35-0, and they're running the football here. I'm going to call a timeout and get that ball back. This will be great practice as well for Eddie Escobar since he has not touched the football hardly all game. The only throw that he made has been awful. Hopefully he can kick in and figure this out, but we are going to give the ball to Sanders on the very first play. We have the timeouts, we have the time, and the field position to run it a little bit, so why not? I don't know what I'm quite looking for here, but I found it pretty quickly. B-dubs, I thought that was a referee. I thought the defender was a referee. I can't even tell you how close to an interception that was because I was looking upfield already. And what a throw. What a catch by Tracy, too. I thought that was going to be knocked out. Dude, we're putting the pieces together. Yes, this is probably the worst team this season, but they have won 3 games, so... You know, I think we're doing pretty good. We got plenty of time at the 25, 54 seconds left. And that's not great. It's about the last thing that we were looking for in that situation. Maybe the last thing. You know, other than like an interception. But that should be caught. And that's a touchdown. We're just inflating Trevor Sanders' stats. This is the greatest performance of all time. I may or may not have missed the extra point. We're not going to talk about it. You guys aren't going to see it either. But we do get the touchdown, 34-3. They should just take a knee at this point. Ball's out to the 25. And they're still looking like they're going to throw this football. They're throwing the football still. Are you kidding me? That should have been another pick. I just want you guys to know. I will be trying to score another touchdown before halftime. If it comes to it, I will call timeouts, which is what I'm doing. I have no clue what Kent State is trying to do right now, but it's the dumbest thing I've ever seen. And that probably should have been picked. I don't know what Silas Walters was doing. Just jump. Just jump. They might score and win this game now. Could make it a 24-point game at halftime. And, we're going to shut those rumors down pretty quick. 2nd and 17. And we've got a screenplay. Hondru gets there, trips him up. And then he steps out. He could add a little more on that play if he wanted it. The defense is starting to struggle a little bit here. Here we go. They're doing another screenplay. We're all over it. Stackhouse, what a play. I'm going to waste the timeout here. They're punting it. We got 8 seconds to try to score. We're going to see if Cam Perry can get a return. Walters couldn't get the block. And we can't get a return. 2 seconds left. Let's do a little stat stuffing for Trevor Sanders here, as he does have some room. Get 6 out of it. All right, we're starting out the second half, and if, you might be sitting there like, he's getting a little too excited about beating Kent State. Does he think that beating Kent State is going to put him in the playoffs? Absolutely I do. Absolutely I do, and it should. We've been having issues, since we're in the MAC, it's tougher to make the playoffs. If we were in the Big Ten or the SEC, it would also be tough. In different ways, you got to win more games. But because of our conference prestige, they don't really look at us. They give us one look, and if we let down, they're not going to take another look at us. I don't know. That's a problem this year. It may not be next year. We'll see what happens here. But, there's just, I don't know. It's been an interesting dynamic at Miami. I think we should be in the playoffs. 2nd and 10 here. I don't know if there's ever been a quarterback change in the middle of the season and that team has won the college football playoff. I mean, Ohio State did it in the playoffs, which is more impressive. But I don't think there's ever been a team who switched their... And, Alabama did as well with Tua and Hurts in the championship game. But I don't know if there's ever been like a mid-season change. I couldn't tell you. We do force the 4th down, and this half is going to go very quick. I'm going to chew clock for the most part. And just get out of here healthy. Let's get cooking. Hand the ball to Sanders. Let him do the rest. Because he only gets 2 there, but if he got to that outside, it would have been a little more dangerous. 2nd and 8. We're chewing the clock down low and getting the snap off in time. I tried juking. I would have had more. We're hurrying up, though. I feel like we can definitely get this pretty easily. And they just can't stop us. There's no blocking, and I'm going for it. 4th and 1. Guys! Will Janos again? Quinnen Duck. We let Quinnen Duck get back there and screw it up. That's embarrassing. That's embarrassing, guys. And now we're letting him run all over us. We did waste about a minute and a half, I think. I don't even know. This is not been the greatest third quarter. And we just let him... We brought him back. Okay, we let him get a first down by riding on our back. Interesting, and then we took it back. So good for us. I think it's a run. It is. We can't get back there in time. I brought the safeties down trying to get that stop, and we just couldn't. Bringing the safeties down, I think it's a run. It is a run. Should have been a run. I don't know why you're throwing that. I have no clue. Thank you, though. All right, we're back to Sanders time. He's got the edge. If the blocks held up a little more, that would have been nice. But I understand why they didn't. And, one more play until the end of this third quarter where Sanders is going to have some room. Spin, doesn't break the tackle, and Connor Briggs gets injured. This is why I'm chewing clock, and it's not even working. So we got one more play in this quarter. And we get the outside, stay in bounds. Wow. As, They don't look too happy in the stands right there. There's a lot more people than should be here right now. It's interesting to me. I would have left. I wouldn't even have gone. As they automatically subbed out Eddie Escobar. Briggs is our only time. What is going on here? Hold on. All right, so what it did is it subbed in all of our backups. I didn't know that was a feature. That's awesome. As Dunlop is fast, dude. He's like lightning speed, and he might be gone. He's down to the 4. Dude, he is fast. Okay. Maybe he doesn't stay as a running back, or as a backup. You know, maybe we get in a situation where we need him, and we're going to put him in. That was awesome. 1st and 10, hoping to keep this rolling, and we are. You know, I'm the one who's used to being sacked 5 times every day, as Ethan McDowell gets in there for the sack. They still have their starters in. It's 41-3 right now. This has been just incredible. And, you know, if this was Ohio State, everybody would be saying how they shouldn't have gave up the 3 points and they should have scored 100. You know, in Ohio State standards for fans, this is not good enough. They need to do a little better here. As it's 4th and 5 now, and we're getting the ball right back. We've got our backups in, and we're stopping them and scoring touchdowns, and it doesn't even look like we've changed here. This is just insane, man. Dunlop, keep it coming, buddy. Keep it coming. The O-line is blocking amazing, actually. Dunlop is doing his job. Do we let Henry Hessen throw the football? You know, we gave up his starting spot. We might have to give Hessen one throw. As Dunlop's going to get some more yards. He might get 100 by this game. At the end of this game, he might have 100. Dunlop is at 83 yards. I'm going to try to get him 100. He's got probably 2 or 3 more plays. I'm going to hurry up. And Hessen is not going to get a throw. I'm sorry, Henry Hessen. Dunlop has taken over as the key player. And Dunlop is about 2 yards away from 100. And they subbed in Brunson. Dunlop, I would be upset right now with the assistant coaches for subbing in Brunson. I'm praying that we get him back in the game. Dunlop is back in. We have 7 seconds to snap this ball and get him 100 yards. The 3rd string running back has a chance. I think he got it. I think Dunlop got 100 on the very last play. He absolutely did. 104. 9 attempts, 104 yards. Danny Dunlop, congrats, brother. Trevor Sanders is the player of the game, though. I mean, 3 touchdowns, 132 rushing yards. Can't ask for much more. I'd also like to shout out Eddie Escobar here. 10 for 11, 177 yards, and 2 touchdowns. He did his job amazingly. I think we've found our footing again. So, we won, we handled our business, and now we need to worry about the top 4 teams all playing each other this week. As we advance, we're obviously looking for recruits, but we need to look at those games as well and see where that will put us as we head into the week. I think we play BGSU this week. As we don't get any... We got locked out on Gentry? I don't think we were going for Gentry. I think we're okay. Everything else was all right. We are 20th in the nation now. We are an A championship contender. We're back. We're officially back. Swaim has reached his top 3. We are number 1. And Michigan is kind of close down there, but they look like they might have given up. Yaboa, no issues. Hemphil, we're up in 1st place. We got to keep it like that. Now, Nasir Washington won MAC Defensive Player of the Week. I'm shocked that Trevor Sanders didn't. There we go. Offensive Player of the Week. I wouldn't put it past to win national, and he doesn't somehow. But here's what matters. The conference standings, as we did not move. That was probably the worst outcome that could have happened. We have a 3-way tie, and out of those 3 teams, somehow we are last. I don't know if we're going to make it. I mean, here's the bracket. Western Kentucky is going to take that last spot. If we can keep winning, though, and doing what we did, we're going to be okay. But I don't know if we're going to be able to make it to the MAC championship. There's nothing else we can do. We just have to keep trying to rise in the polls. And, I mean, there are a lot of teams up here with more losses than us. we're trying to get back in the race, man, but we're getting to a point where there's not much more we can do. I did just realize Gentry was the wide receiver we were going after, so we lost him now. That's awesome. But we're still going after the 99 speed wide receiver. Hopefully we can get him, but make sure to come back next week. We got 2 weeks left in this season, and it is coming down to the very end. I hope to see you guys back for next episode. Thank you so much for tuning in. I will see you guys soon. Have a great rest of the day. Peace.